Hello and welcome back. The topic for today is events in React. Events in React. So I'm going to use this specific file countclicks.js to code my function component, and we are going to take a look at a few demonstrations on how to use event handlers in React. For this, let me create a function component. Here, what is that we are going to have is a button that will be returned. So let's code a button here, and the text on the button is click here. Now what is that I want to perform is when the user clicks the button, I just want to console log, I'll say console log the message you have clicked the button. So what is the event? So user gives some kind of input, and to that input we generate a response. This input can be a click of a button, it can be moving his mouse over an area or mouse leaving a specific area. So we have a lot of events supported in React, like on click, on mouse enter, on mouse leave, on change. So we have a lot of events. In this exercise we'll be taking a look at one specific event that occurs, that is the click event. When the user clicks the button, we are just going to generate a response, and that response is we'll be entering this message you have clicked the button in the console. So we'll be logging this message in the console. Let's see how to create that. So we need a button, and this is what we have coded here. So button is there. Now the event is on click. Say let's capture that event. So it follows camel case. O is in lowercase and C is in capital letters. On click. Now we should handle this event. When the user clicks, we should handle that using a function. Let me call it as handle click. So when the user clicks on this button, you're going to have this function executing. Let's code that function. So it's a constant handle click. We'll have it as an arrow function here. And what this function does is it just logs to the console you have clicked the button. That's it. So this is the simplest event handler. What is it we are performing here? Handle click and console.log you have clicked the button. So what is that I'm missing here is this arrow operator. That's it. Our code is ready. Let's take a look at this output. I have an index.js file where I'm importing count clicks, and then I am just rendering count clicks inside root.render. So we'll be having our output, and my development server is running. Let me take a look at the output. So here is this button, and I am logging this entire output to the console. So let's go to the developer tools so that we'll be able to see the console output here. So when I click this button, you can see you have clicked the button is logged to the console. So whenever the user clicks the button, that specific message will be logged to the console. Let me refresh this and let me repeat this. So once when the user clicks, handle click function will execute, and that will log that specific message you click the button to the console. So that's how you can handle events. Say we can handle multiple events. For instance, if I have let's say if I have a div and say this is a division here, and when the user moves his mouse over this division, I just want to have a function executing and generating a response. I can very well perform that. So what is that you're going to have here is div, and the event is on mouse enter. So I told you there are a lot of events. So when you just type on, you'll see the list of events that React supports. So here we have mouse enter. On mouse enter, I just want to handle this event, handle mouse enter, and this is the division. So what we'll do here is we'll code that function constant handle mouse enter. It's an arrow function again. So let's code this, and we'll again console log. What is it? We'll console log is you have entered the division. So this is another event we are trying to capture. So you have entered the division. Now let's save this. Let's take a look at the output now. So you have this division here. Let me move my mouse, enter the mouse, and now you see this is the entry in the console. You have entered the division. So when I click my button, you have clicked the button. So we are capturing two events here. One is on mouse enter, a specific division. We are saying you enter the division. And when I click the button, this specific message you click the button is entered. So we can handle any number of events like this by having an event handler for that specific event that's occurring. Let's go further. Let me remove this on mouse enter and let's keep it simple. Let's have our button event here. And now what is that I want to perform is I want to pass some message here, say hello. So when you're passing a parameter, you need to call this event handler inside another function, say like this. I'm just having an arrow function here, which I'm using for invoking my handle click function. And I'm passing a parameter here. And whatever parameter you're going to get, let's say that's input and console log that specific input. So what is that will be logged in the console is the input, the argument we are passing. So here we have this hello that's getting passed as input and that input is getting logged in the console. One important thing is when you're passing an argument, you call that event handler within a function. Here I used an arrow function to invoke that specific event handler. So let's take a look at this. Let's save this. Let's go to our output and let me click. When I click here, you see hello is getting logged. This hello is nothing but the parameter that we have passed to this event handler. So only thing you have to keep in mind is when you're passing a parameter and when you're invoking the event handler, put that inside an function and invoke it, and you receive that parameter in your handler and you can perform whatever actions you want to perform. The next concept I want to discuss here is passing the event object. So what is the event that's happening here is a click event, and that event itself can be passed as an object to your function. So how do you pass an event object is we pass the event as an object, and here that event is passed as an argument or handle click. So what is the use of this event object? Let's say we receive that as E, and what is the use of this? We have a lot of things we can do with this event object. For instance, I access this object dot type. So E dot type is nothing but what is the type of event that has occurred? The type is a click. So let's take a look at the output now. So when I click here, you can see the type E dot type. The event type is a click here. So we can capture the event type. But how to actually capture the event type? We should be passing the event that is occurring as an object to our event handler, and we receive that event object, and then we can display the type of event. What is the type of event here? It's a click event. Not only that, we can also display the target where that event has occurred. Let's display the target now. I've saved this. We have rendered this output. When I click here, so you can see the target is the button. So event.target is nothing but the element on which the event has occurred. Here the element is the button event. So you have a lot of functionalities here. For instance, if you're working with forms, you can very well call prevent default. What is the use of event.prevent default is when you're submitting a form on submit, that specific form will be requesting the server. It will be calling out some API. So you want to prevent that default submission. What is it you can do is you can call event.prevent default so that it's not requesting the server for any resources. We stay in here, we validate our form elements, and then we manually make a call to the APIs or whatever. So event as an object has got its uh, own uses. So, and it is extensively used while we are working with form handling. We'll be passing event as an object to perform a lot of things like event.prevent default and to get the value supplied to an element. For instance, I just want to tell you this. Say, if I have an input type text element, say input type text. So here we are having a text element where the user can enter his username or whatever. Say, let me have a label HTML for, this is for username, and this is a label field for my text. And here, when the user enters some text, when there's a change in the text box, I want to capture that and then print that to the console. So I'll use this on change event, on change. So on change, what we'll do is we'll invoke this handle change event. So this, I'm going to have it inside an arrow function. We call that handle change. Handle change. This is the method I'm going to code, and we'll pass the event object. So we will capture the event, that is change event, and then we'll pass that event object. So whenever the user enters a text in the text box, there's a change, there's a state change, so an event is occurring. On change, we are capturing that event object and we'll be passing that to our function handle change. Let me capture handle change, and here it's an arrow function, and we'll be receiving the event object here. What is it we are going to perform here is we'll be logging to the console event.target. We know what is event.target dot value. Value represents the value entered in the text box. So it's like if I enter yes, what will be the value? It will be an S. So in the console, we'll be logging event.target. The target is the input type text, and value is whatever value that the user enters. And when that will be logged to the console, whenever there's a change in the input entered, we'll be calling this event handler, and then we'll be logging that as an output. Now let's save this. Let's check what is the output. So now here is our text box. And I press yes, you see yes is logged. So this is event.target.value. When I press A, it is SA. So for every change, you see that is logged into the console. So we are detecting an on change event. So you can very well see that event. So I've entered my name Satish here, and that has been logged into the console, and it has logged that in various stages. So for every change on change, it's logging that to the console. And what is that we are seeing here is we have passed the event object, and we are getting that event object, and we are able to get that value entered in the target. That is event.target is input type text, and value is the value entered in the text box. So we have learned so many different things about events. So we have a lot of events. If you're interested in exploring all the events, what is that you have to do? Create an HTML element, and then you just type on, and then you will see a list of events: on submit, on click, on key up, on key down, on mouse enter, on mouse leave, a lot of events. But for demonstrations, we have taken a few simple events like on click, on change, and on mouse enter. One important thing we have understood is how to pass the event object to your handler, and the properties of the event object that we can use in our code. So I want you to be clear with this because we'll be using this with form handling concepts in React, and this is going to be a key thing in understanding form handling. With that, we are coming to us to an end of this session on React events, and this is just a beginning of React events. And the more exercise you do, the more info or the knowledge you're going to get about events in React. That's it for this session. Take care.